report, which found, among other things, that he routinely used an unauthorized email account to conduct official government business. Now, the report says that using outside email didn't adhere to department regulations and government information security standards. And the report goes on to specifically say that the use of commercial email accounts increases the risk for data loss, phishing, and spoofing of email accounts, as well as inadequate protections for personally identifiable information. So clearly, there is a double standard here because during the whole 4 years of her tenure as Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton used a private email account to conduct all of her official and personal business. And get this, the White House, once again, the spokesperson says, you know, I don't think that Obama really found out about this until he read it in the paper. Oh my gosh, how many times have they said that Obama didn't know about it until he learned about it from the media? This is Obama, who was elected largely on his internet prowess. He didn't ever receive an email from the secretary there in the State Department. Like, I'm totally not buying it. But here's a question. Do you think this whole email scandal is going to ruin Hillary's chances in 2016? Well, let's ask the White House spokesperson.
When personal email is used for official government business, it's required for that personal email to be stored, properly maintained, and preserved at the agency. And that, according to President Clinton's team, is exactly what they did. Which would,
years later. Yeah.
So do you think that was a Freudian slip, or are they ready for Hillary, trying to get us all ready for Hillary? Now, Clinton has only sent out one tweet addressing this whole email scandal. Their theory is that her late Wednesday tweet asking the State Department to release the 55,000 pages of emails that she provided to the agency would start to calm the media and all the political tempest, while giving her spokesman an easy answer to many journalists' questions. Ask State. Her Democratic strategist said, it makes sense to settle in a little bit. People have very short memories. But you know what doesn't have a very short memory is the internet, and we will never forget. Now, that's the big question, though, is where is the media? Obviously, some people are kind of talking about it on the news here and there a little bit. And of course, you know, we're going to give kudos to that reporter that really went after the House spokesperson there. But why hasn't anyone actually specifically asked Clinton? We didn't even really have any media attacking her one single tweet on Twitter. No media is demanding that she answer this now. They're just pointing out how everybody uses a personal email, basically pointing out how everyone there is breaking the law and that they're all criminals. But Hillary is, you know, the next future presidential candidate. Everyone's talking about her. So we really need to be asking these tough questions. But where is the media, right? Why aren't they doing their job? Now, she is going to be the keynote speaker at the aptly named Excellence in Journalism celebration, but she's not going to be answering any questions for reporters. So basically, she's just going to be given a keynote speaker. She's going to be given the opportunity to say her piece right in front of her prime audience, and they're all just going to be instructed to just bow down and not ask her any questions, you know, about her possible presidential run. So far, the only media outlet that has even sent a reporter to go and stalk Clinton and ask her about these emails is TMZ. TMZ is like a paparazzi news site. They stalk celebrities, and they're the only ones that thought to go to the airport and get her when she's flying in. This reporter here asks her about the email, and she just smiles. She refuses to answer. And so that video is not even being looped on the media over and over again, just showing how Hillary is refusing to talk about this email scandal. Yesterday, a political writer declared Biden should run now. He should run now because this is the only way to know what Hillary is willing to risk. Hello, I'm sorry, but Hillary is willing to risk everything. She already has. We got Watergate, Travelgate, Emailgate, foreign contributions, Benghazi. But enough about her. John Bowne is going to get down and dirty and talk about another future presidential hopeful. This guy, he really wants to see Joe Biden run, so we're going to give him a little bit of that future presidential treatment.
Stuffed shirt political Yahoo writer Matt Bai has declared that Biden should run now because it's the only way to know what Hillary is willing to risk.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy.
Mr. Bai, Hillary is willing to risk everything. She already has.
The secret White House email accounts.
Whitewater, Travelgate, Filegate, Chinagate, Benghazi.
What difference at this point does it make?
Self-respect.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Bai begins his ivory tower indoctrination with his full frontal assault on the stupidity of the slumbering masses of American voters. It's doubtful that many voters care as much about Hillary Clinton's State Department emails as reporters do. They're probably not too wound up over the foreign contributions flowing into her family foundation either. Mr. Bai, voters are concerned. The Quinnipiac poll isn't going to tell you anything when she is the only candidate. Just take a gander at any of the 8,038 angry comments responding to your elitist swill of an article. Since there are so many, here's one from 22 minutes ago. John writes, illegal email accounts, illegal fundraising. Why should we care about that? It's only nitpicky reporters pointing out the transgressions. I mean, we have a current president that uses the Constitution as toilet paper. So why should we expect any presidential candidates to follow the law? I need to remind you that we are talking about Democrat candidates. Republicans can be vilified for 30-year-old supposedly unpaid parking tickets or for knowing a guy who knows a guy that knows a guy that is off color. Matt Bai's byline should read DNC hack. But enough about the comments and Hillary. Let's get down to anointing his supreme eminence, Vice President Joe Biden.
Neil Smith, old buddy, are you here, Neil? Neil, I miss you.
The creepy, plagiarizing liar hovering over what's left of our Bill of Rights. Mr. Bai continues, Biden has a well-known tendency to get caught up in the moment and say things that are impolitic or even partly untrue, which in Washington tends to make you a figure of ridicule, though in most other places it's known as having a pulse.
But this standard is not a measure of how we can evaluate the condition of our society. It cannot measure the health of our children, the quality of our education, the joy of their play.
This is how it sounded when Robert Kennedy said those words in 1968.
Yet the gross national product does not allow for the health of our children, the quality of their education, or the joy of their play.
There was more. A videotape caught Biden at a neighborhood coffee in New Hampshire making exaggerated claims about his college record.
Went back to law school and, in fact, ended up in the top half of my class.
In fact, as Biden finally conceded, he finished near the bottom of his class.
Mr. Bai, what other places? Hell? Shouldn't that statement be the other way around? Biden once claimed almost exactly what Brian Williams is sitting at home drinking beers on his lonesome couch for. Bai continues. Biden's a middle-class champion who makes the case for economic fairness with more conviction than Clinton and less vitriol than Warren. He's a serious thinker on foreign policy who opposes rampant interventionism without sounding like a pacifist.
How they can justify raising taxes in the middle class that's been buried the last 4 years. How in Lord's name can they justify raising their taxes with these tax cuts?
Vice President Biden just today said that the middle class over the last 4 years has been, quote, buried. We agree.
Bai ends with pure sycophantic glorification. I'm in it to win it, was Hillary's garish bumper sticker when she entered the 2008 race. Her party deserves to know that she isn't running again just because her path is clear, and Joe Biden has more than earned the right to stand in it. He's earned the right to stand in something else.
In time, democracy can be delivered to the Ukrainian people.
Joe Biden's son accepted a position with the Ukrainian gas company as private citizen, and his dad does not endorse it. I mean, this is just so outrageous that the globalists are involved overthrowing Ukraine, and then they would put his son in as one of the top executives to rake in just unbelievable amounts of money. And then they criticize Putin for being involved in the government investments. Yeah, it's wrong. And it's just openly done. And now we just accept the governing class will own the state-controlled blocks and make billions of dollars and just laugh at us. And that's not an economy based on products. It's not, or on innovation. It's based on Joe Biden's smiley-faced son. I mean, I look at him and he makes me sick. And communism doesn't exist, folks. It's just a thug system where you tell the general public, oh, you're going to share all the things and we're going to get the rich people. And they go rob the nouveau riche. They go rob the real producers, who I'm sure aren't perfect in most countries. And they replace it with something 100 times worse.
The 2016 presidential election is shambling down the old spy grid, inebriated on false promises that deliver high premiums. Meanwhile, President Two-Face has crowned his cranium with his pen, phone, and our tax dollars as China and Russia ditch the dollar our grandparents fought to make almighty. America is on life support. We need a real American to stand up and take the reins.
Give me another good reason why you shouldn't run.
I can't.
Yeah?
There may be reasons I don't run, but there's no obvious reason for me why I think I should not run.
John Bound for INFOWARS.com.
The knowledge of the ancients, tried and true, trusted herbs and extracts fused with the latest nutraceutical science. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. For the last 2 years, our team has been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to develop the ultimate nutraceutical formulation. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. For a limited time, get 25% off on this introductory offer. Visit ancientdefense.com or call 888-253-3139. ancientdefense.com. Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients, extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules. You will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
USA Today reported that a dangerous, often deadly type of bacteria that lives in soil and water has been released from a high-security lab at Tulane National Primate Research Center in Louisiana. Now, officials say there is no risk to the public. There is never a case where there is no risk. The risk may be low, but it's still there. And this is a very deadly bacteria. This is one of the bacteria that is classified by the CDC as a select agent. That means that it has potential to be weaponized. That and its connection with Tulane University ought to make us concerned. But listen to how this got out. Listen to the sloppy work that was done at the lab. They say the fact that they can't identify how this release occurred is